Do you know what happens in Florida from June 1st to November 30th? It's hurricane season. Are you prepared? Stay tuned. Hey guys, Nicholas Shrouder, one half of the Shrouder Brothers, Berkshire Hathaway Results Realty, coming to you on this one all about hurricanes. We live in Florida. We love it. We love the weather. We love the beaches, the palm trees, the pools. If you watched the previous video, if not, there's a link below. But you also have to live with one other thing. From June 1st to November 30th is hurricane season. What does that mean? How do you prepare? How do you keep your family safe? I'm going to attach our new hurricane prep guide in the comments below. Feel free to download that. There's a checklist. There's multiple different things in there, including the 2020 hurricane names. But please take a look at that. I'm going to go over just a few things very briefly about what you can do if you live in Florida, or if you are considering moving to Florida, what you would need to do when it comes time for hurricane season. The biggest thing, number one, is stay informed, which in today's society, we have no excuses for not staying informed. If it's on a newspaper or if it's on the news, it's going to be on social media. We just know it. So just stay informed. Keep in touch with your family members, of course, but stay up with local news. That's going to be where all of your very, very important information comes from. Of course, we all love watching Weather Channel during hurricane season because you have Ken Torrey standing somewhere holding on to a pole and when it's windy, and because he loves it. Well, he loves it. We enjoy it in Florida, but we also are very cautious of it in Florida as well. So the biggest thing, again, is just stay informed. Number two, be prepared. Sounds obvious. There's multiple ways to be prepared. You want to prepare your house. You want to prepare your emergency kit. Yes, we do. You want to have an emergency kit. What would you put in an emergency kit? I'll go over that in just a moment as well. And lastly, have a plan. You want to have a family plan. You want to have an evacuation plan. A lot of the evacuation information is going to be available through your local municipalities. They will have all that information. Oh, and of course, so will your local news stations and radio stations. So definitely keep up. Again, stay informed, and you'll have that plan. All right. Let's go a little deeper into be prepared. Have your supplies. Just as when the coronavirus decided to take its toll on the earth, everyone went hard for toilet paper and hand sanitizer. You couldn't find it anywhere. Well, when hurricanes come, there's something else that becomes missing. That becomes water. Bottled water is virtually impossible to find, as are generators. And the closer it gets, so is plywood. And why? Because people use plywood to board up their homes. So, if you feel that a storm is imminent, prepare. Get those items that you think you might need. Stock up. Grab a couple gallons of water. Never hurts. That's also in the checklist. Tells you, I think it's roughly about 3 gallons per person. Is a good way to start. Have that generator if you think you're going to need it, if you think you're going to lose power, and if if you're worried about being without power, a generator is obviously a very valuable purchase to have. Okay, you want to also have, of course, any medicines, your important documents, your identifications. If you have insurance information, you want to have that with you as well. You want to have a way to communicate with people. So, yes, we have our cell phones, but what happens on cell phones after 24 to 36 hours, depending on how much you use it? That's right. That little white indicator on the top, whether it's white or green, no matter what, it becomes red. So that means your phone's dead. So if there's not power, make sure you do have alternate charging sources. They have all kinds of little battery packs that you can buy. That'll charge your phone. There's solar, there's this, there's that. There's multiple different ways to do that, but make sure you do have a way to charge your cell phone. In some cases, your cell phones won't work, so if you can do alternate ways of communication, walkie-talkie systems, VHF, CB radios, things like that, all that stuff definitely can come in handy at the right time. Of course, your basics. You want to have a flashlight. You want to have enough food and supplies. And cannot forget our four-legged friends. You definitely want to have a plan for your pets as well. A lot of animals are very, very sensitive to loud sounds. And of course, they sense when we are scared. So you definitely want to do everything you can to make them as comfortable as possible, whether that be with certain beds or blankets or toys or whatever it takes for your animal to be comfortable. And of course, make sure you have plenty of food and medication if they need that as well. So now let's talk about having your plan. Again, follow what your local news station, municipalities are saying. That's going to be your biggest plan. We're going to have a family plan. So just in case, for any reason, say your family gets separated. Floodings happen. God forbid, things like that do happen. But you need to have a place that your family can meet up when the coast is clear. So have a family plan just in case. That all goes into having that evacuation plan. When evacuations come, generally in advance where you're going to be going to. If you're going to be going to a shelter, know where that shelter is going to be. If you're going to be leaving your area totally, there will be evacuation routes. Make sure you're somewhat familiar with those as well. It's all going to help because when a storm's coming, things can get crazy, pandemonium. Everyone's worried for good reason. So just make sure that you know in advance the plans that you and your family need to take to stay safe. And lastly, before the storm comes, protecting your home. I'm a real estate guy. You want to protect your investment, of course. How do people do that? The big X's over top of your windows with duct tape? You can probably debate it, but probably not going to help a whole lot. You want to board up those windows. If you are fortunate enough to actually have professional hurricane shutters, it's the greatest thing to have on your home. We just sold a home recently where if a storm's coming, they walk outside, go like that, lock it up, and they're locked down like it's a shelter. It's amazing. But not everybody has the benefits of that. So you can do it with plywood as well, but you want to do that in advance, like I said, because your plywood supply at your local home improvement stores is going to dwindle fast. And you want to make sure that it's cut, it's ready to go up, you can screw it up on the exterior of your home, of course. And the reason for that is because when winds pick up, debris starts flying. So you want to make sure you protect that. Now, in regards to debris, you want to do everything you can to make sure that your debris doesn't go flying. So, if you have outside furniture, or if you have yard equipment that stays outside, anything that can be picked up and thrown by the wind, you want to take care of that, bring that inside. It's just going to reduce the risk of that becoming a projectile going through someone's window or, God forbid, actually hitting somebody or something and causing damage. With that all being said, we in Florida, again, everybody knows, we have Florida Man. If you ever Google it, Google your name and Florida Man, see what happens. There's always something crazy. But Florida people, we have hurricane parties. I know it's not necessarily the best thing to do. Usually when the storm's getting close enough, then everybody kind of gets serious. Again, not saying it's the right way to do it, but I'm born and raised here. It's just kind of the way. We know hurricanes are part of living in Florida. So, with that being said, the serious part of this video is mostly concluded. Again, we do have links to our hurricane prep guide in the comments below. So please check that out. Feel free to download it. If you have any questions, obviously you can always reach us on all of social media, on our website, liveflowlife.com. But like I said, Florida guy here. We like hurricane parties. So it's only fitting that we end this in a Nicholas and Justin Shrouder kind of way with my special guest. But stay tuned. This screen's about to flip, and I'm going to show you how we do hurricane parties in the state of Florida. All right, guys, here's part 2 of the video. As I said, hurricanes are extremely serious, but in Florida, we got to have a little fun with it as well. So my special guest is my fiance, April. She is going to show us how to make, even though it is a New Orleans style drink, it's very fitting for this video. She's going to show us how to make a hurricane.
All right, so you're going to start with your cup full of ice. That's going to be your shaker. Your glass that you're going to pour into is going to be fresh ice. All right, so you're going to first get your light rum. You're going to do 1.5 ounces of light rum. And then you get your dark rum. Do 1.5 ounces of your dark rum. then you're going to add
Smell it.
get your OJ. We're going to do about 1 ounce of OJ.
Florida orange juice, of course.
And then you're going to have your lime juice. You're going to do 1 ounce of lime juice as well. Lime juice. And then we're going to do 1/2 ounce of grenadine. Whichever grenadine you choose, we'll do 1/2 ounce of grenadine. And then normally the recipe calls for passion fruit, but passion fruit wasn't available, so we used mango.
Even more Florida.
So mango was available. Just making that all nice for you.
I'm getting thirsty.
And then we'll do about 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, which is just sugar water. Alright, put everything in that dish.
It's all in the shake, right?
On the shake. Ooh, it's cold. Nope. And you're going to garnish with an orange, also cherry, but we don't have cherries, so there is your Florida Hurricane.
Gotta try.
Mango.
Bring on hurricane season. Cheers.